Good morning, and welcome to the wood shop this time instead of the smithy, dear third grade. You've probably heard by now that we're going to be making some bird houses, or also called nesting boxes. These in particular are designed for bluebirds. Long ago, when I was a Boy Scout, my Boy Scout master organized our Boy Scout troop to make several hundred of these. And we put them about every 200 yards along 20 miles worth of a trail, which later became known as the Bluebird Trail. Now, why we did this is that bluebirds were diminishing in population all over the U.S. And because of Boy Scout troops, Audubon societies, home woodworkers, and a whole bunch of other groups, the bluebird has made an amazing comeback. So just like we are having beehives at the farm in order to be a sanctuary for bees to help their diminishing population, we thought we would do this as your third grade school construction project. So you're all going to receive a package as it goes home, and it will have the boards, and nails, and screws that you needed. All you'll need is a hammer and a Phillips head screwdriver and some loving time together to put them together. So I'm going to make one out of the same parts here. I'll fast forward so that you don't have to watch me hammering all the nails, but we'll get it all done and you'll get to see what a finished box looks like. Something like this. Now what you'll receive is step-by-step instructions with all the pieces and things labeled out in pictures, and a package that has 6 boards that go together to make the birdhouse. There's also an extra board that you can practice nailing on, and there's a package with screws and nails in it. There should be about 32 nails in the package and 5 screws. There are extras of both. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you hammering. And I'll take a couple nails just to show you real quick on that. So your parent will start the nail for you, and there's holes drilled, and there's purpose for those holes. One is to help the nails go straight, and the other thing is to keep the wood from splitting. So when you hammer, you want the hammer to come down nice and square on the nail, not at an angle like either way like that. And it doesn't take much. I'm a little stronger, so I can pound them in real easy. It might take you a lot of taps. And your parent is welcome to hold that and help you out. The first thing we're going to do is put nails into the backboard, which is a long skinny one. And if you notice, there's black dots on them. Those are where the nail holes are that we want to use. And we're just going to tap the nails in to get them started. Be sure that you're using nails and not screws. There's only 5 of the screws, and there's a whole bunch of these silver nails. Then we're going to take our 2 side pieces. Now if you look, there's a line down here. The side with the 5 nails in it is going to be the top. The 3 nails is going to be down the bottom. We're going to use the board that we're not nailing, and that's going to be just to stabilize. And we're going to line it up with that board on the end. And that's just going to help hold it up while we put this nail in. So there's a line right here. I'm lining that up with the edge. I'm making this nice and even with the edge. And I'm going to put 1 nail in to start. I'm going to line this up, and I'm going to put the other 3 nails in. I'm going to line this up with the bottom of the board, that line with the bottom of the board. I'm going to start the nail, and I'm going to put these 3 nails in. And the very next thing I'm going to do is take this little board, which is the bottom, and it's going to be lined up inside here, and like that. Now if you notice, the rough side of the board is out all the time. Okay, and that's lined up at the bottom there. And we can tap it to start it, make sure it's lined up. Okay, so that's what that looks like. The next thing we're going to do after that is take the very top roof of the birdhouse, and we're going to put it right there so it lines up nice and snug, and it extends out on the side, both sides, just a little bit. And we're going to make that nice and snug. I'm going to line these up, and the bottom of the roof comes right with the nail line. Okay, so there we go. It looks nice and even on both sides, and we can tap them to get them started. And there we have what it looks like. Okay, now this is the other side board, and eventually it's going to fit right like that. But that's actually the last board we're going to use for anything. But the next thing we're going to do is put 5 nails in the front of the birdhouse. Now if you notice again, there's no nails going in the side where this board is going to move eventually. That's so that we can clean it out every year. And we're going to line this far side up nice and flush over here. And we're going to push this bottom board so that it's lined up. When you put these nails in, make sure they line up with the middle of this board. Again, the dimensions are not perfect on these, so you need to be careful to make sure you're not nailing and the nails are sticking out on the other side. So in this case, this is on a little slant, but that's fine. Okay, the nails are going right into the center of the bottom board. Now there's 3 nails that we did not yet put in, and they're up on top. So we make sure it's snugged up, and we have 6 nails already started on that. Then we hammer those in, and then now the only thing we really have to do is put the screws in that'll hold this door. So what we need is a Phillips head screwdriver that has the 4 points, and you'll notice the screw has 4 points. They should be pre-drilled, and these are just going to screw right in like this, and they should line up fine. Turn it over, we'll line it up. This will go in just fine. Now the reason for those 2 screws and why we didn't nail them is that we can open this up to clean it up in the middle of the winter, and then there's a screw that will keep that from opening up down the bottom. And now it's done. Once you bring them back, I'll put a little handle on these to help pull it out when we're cleaning it out. And there we have a nesting box for bluebirds.